It's your boy DZ, man. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and share this video. Also, hit the like button. Um, Mental health. I think in life, well, I know in life, we all go through different things, and sometimes things will go good for us. Sometimes things might not be so good for us. But regardless of what you go through, you have to understand that there's light at the end of the tunnel. But when you're going through things, you can't see the light. It's hard to see through that tunnel. It's black because your brain is clouded with whatever you're going through. You can't see anything in front of you. You only see what's going on. And a lot of times, right, when you're going through something, it's not as serious as you make it to be. It's just a temporary situation that you're going through with a temporary feeling. And you have the opportunity to correct it, but you're so stuck in what's going on, you don't know where to start. You can fix it. It's definitely something that can change. You can make adjustments to what's going on, and you can get different results. If the people around you are not adding to helping you fix your situation, then maybe you should think about first starting with removing the people that surround you. Because everybody around you doesn't mean you well. You can have love for this person or these people, but that doesn't mean that they mean you well. They could be damaging you more than they're helping you. Now that goes with energy. You might have so much time invested, your feelings invested into people, whereas though you can't see how to remove yourself, but they're only holding you back from getting through what you're going through. It takes like some discipline within yourself to see what you need to change and what you have to work on to move forward in life. Because you can get stuck in the same position for a long period of time and not understand how do you get beyond this point because of the environment you're in and because of the people you're around. But it's going to take to start within first so that you can recognize that you have a problem. Because we all have problems, but some of us want to make it seem like it's always the other person's problem is to the reason why you might be going through what you're going through. So first, you got to take a look at yourself. And you got to live for yourself. You can't live your life on the terms of what somebody else wants you to do or wants you to be. Because those terms might not be what makes you happy. You got to understand that. Trying to fit the criteria of what someone else wants you to be is not being you. It can cause a lot of stress, and it can cause a lot of mental health problems because you're trying to live up to something that's not you. So you might have to sit back, see what is going on within you to know where to start at. People will bring a certain kind of energy to you where it might feel good in a sense, but at the same time it's weighing on your mental health. So it'll bring you deeper in a depression in life where you think that 1 minute things might be getting better, but then the next minute you're going back into a depression. But you might not understand why I feel good 1 minute, then why I feel upset the next minute. The energy that's surrounding you. The energy surrounding you can hinder how you move forward, the decisions you make, the people you want to stay away from. The people that you might be staying away from might be the people that you need to be around so that you can reinvent yourself. And the people that you're being around might need to be the people that you stay away from. It could be, I don't know which way to go. I'm pulling this way, but I should be this way. Always remember to love yourself before you love anything else. Because you're the most valuablest person on the planet before anything. If you put your feelings aside and put someone else's feelings in front of yours, you're liable to be off balance and disappointed when other people don't put your feelings in front of theirs. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs in life. But you don't know when those experiences will happen because they just happen. They're unexpected. Nobody expects to go through the things that they go through in the time frame that they go through it, because they just pop up. And then you look at it like, why am I going through this? Because things happen in life. We all go through things. And you have some people that might kick your back in when you're going through things because they're happy to see you in that vulnerable state. They're happy to see that you might be going through something or having the feelings that they have, but they just express it differently. They hide it, whereas though you show it. And then people want to judge you for what you're going through. But you have to understand that everybody goes through something. And when some people are going through things, they like to put that negative energy on other people. So they might be experiencing some heartache and some negative things in their life, and then they come over to you and critique things that you're doing in a negative way to bring you down because they need other people to feel like them. They don't want to be alone. it's sad being miserable and the people around you are not miserable. It's like, why is this happening to me? I need other people to feel like me so it can uplift me out of that. So they'll bring that type of energy on you. And you got to recognize those type of people. When you see people displaying those energy and they're showing you that they're being negative, remove yourself. This isn't the situation. This isn't the environment you need to be in. Because it could get worse in that situation. But you always got to know when you're going through something, it can get better, and it will get better once you redirect the energy. It always gets better. Everyone in the world has felt at some point that they were at their lowest. Some has been worse than others, but everybody has felt it. You might look at this person's low point and say, man, it's not even that bad. I was going through this. But that situation was traumatizing to them where they really felt like this is my lowest point. These are the things we go through in life. But always know that things will get better. People get to turn into smoking weed, drinking, other hardcore things, thinking that it's going to suppress the issue when all it does is turn the volume up on the issue. Because that temporary feeling that you get to escape how you felt or how you're feeling, it's going to come back worse once the high or the drunk wears off. Because those problems are going to still be there. Regardless if you smoke or if you drink. They're still going to be there. You have to face the problem. You have to make adjustments. No matter what. If you're checking out this video, hit the subscribe button for me. Hopefully, this conversation that I'm having will help somebody out to understand that things will get better. I've been through things in my life where I thought that it wouldn't get better. But I had to take a step back and see. And it shows me that things can get better when you redirect things in your life. Sometimes the people around you might influence you that you don't need to redirect things. Maybe they have intentions on giving you good advice that they think is, and maybe they want you to stay in that slump. Maybe they want you to continue to be depressed because you make a good friend of them by being depressed. But who wants to be depressed? Who wants to be miserable? We all want better. Everybody. Everybody wants better. Everybody wants to be happy. But those situations that we go through in life sometimes turn into an addiction where we're constantly depressed and upset about something. Those things are addictions too. Using alcohol and getting high are not the only addictions. You get addicted to anything that you constantly do. If you're constantly complaining about something's wrong in your life and you're doing nothing to fix it, that becomes an addiction. You are so comfortable with just complaining, but you're not doing anything to fix it. It's easy to get caught up in certain things in life once you start doing it. It's the same thing for anybody that gets high. It's easy to get caught up in those things because they do something that their body chemically likes. Some people's body chemically likes to use this. Some people's body chemically like to use that. Some people's body like to laugh. Some people's body like to yell. And they might be constantly hollering and screaming, or they might be constantly laughing. That's their makeup. When you live in your certain ways of life, you don't really see them the same as somebody else can see them. Somebody else looking outside of your life, looking in, they can pinpoint more issues that you have than you can, because they're looking from the outside looking in. Just how you might see somebody else's situation and say, oh, I know what this person's doing wrong. I can see it. Because you're viewing something from the outside in. It's a different view. Our brains are processing so many things all the time. We're trying to survive every day. People have kids to deal with. So sometimes it's hard to really function properly. And then, as I say, you smoking, you drinking, but you don't have your life established and stable. Just because you have a roof over your head doesn't mean that you have your life established and stable. It just means you have a place to live. It's more components to life. Because you can go to work every day and have a roof over your head, but be miserable every single day. Depressed every single day. Not understanding how to get these things together. You can do these things every day. And it's a lot of people that go through their entire life depressed. One moment, something might make them feel good, but they're depressed. And you can bring yourself around these type of people and see this energy. Because once you get around them, if you're not a depressed type of person, they'll be putting that energy on you. And you're like, hold on. It's always something going on in your life. Do you need to take a step back and look at some things? But most of the time, when you try to talk to people in that light, they think that you're talking down on them, when maybe you're just trying to give them that outside looking in, like, I see some things going on. Just take a look at it. Your surroundings. You might be so used to having these people around you and used to falling in line of what they're doing that it puts you in that state of mind. Something that we all should take a look at. Because we all go through things. Knowing when to pick yourself up is a certain discipline that not everybody has. But maybe people around you are telling you, but you don't want to take heed to it. Like, man, maybe I do need to pick myself up. It's never too late to start to get your life on track. No matter how old you are. People think at a certain age that you can't do certain things. You can't start from that point. It's never too late. You always have a chance if you want to. And it has to start within first. A person that might be lost in the street, going through things, and it could be a family member. They have to want within to change. You can't force that person to be something else. That's something that that person has to want to do. They have to want to change and want better. By you being on top of them, on their every move, trying to instruct them, is not going to get them to do what you want them to do. That has to come from within. And some people don't want to get away from that life. So you don't never see a change out of them. And some people do early and some people do later. You never know how a person's situation is going to turn out. I've seen it all kind of ways. People that got their stuff together and people that never got their stuff together. And sometimes you have to support people from a distance. You can't always want to be right there and support somebody because that energy could weigh on your life. It can set you back. And then you wonder why you're in the situation you're in. Because you overextended your hand. You only get one life. You never get younger, you only get older. Knowing what you know as you grow, you have to pay attention to certain signs that let you know that you need not to be involved with someone or around with someone, and you have to deal with them through a distance. You can want better for them, hope better for them, pray for them, but the energy that they might display might set you back. It's like somebody going through something and you move them into your house. They might be a thief, but you want to help this person. They steal your car, steal your credit cards, take your change out your house, steal your electronic devices. But you want to help this person. Is it worth to try to help someone that doesn't want to help themselves, to suffer that pain and that energy to come upon you? Is that something that's worth it? That's something you got to ask yourself when you're dealing with people in different situations. Is it worth me to deal with this? Can I handle this? Am I prepared for the mental strain that's going to be upon me? Because that is a strain that you're going to have to see if you can handle, dealing with someone else's issues. And you can love that person, but are you ready to deal with what comes with the sickness and disease they have? Are you ready to deal with that? Everybody doesn't love you how they may say. The person that shows you love and doesn't say it should be the one you value over the person that tells you they love you constantly, but you can't see the love. That's just a word. Value the action. That energy could be straining, and it could mentally play with your brain. It can mentally disturb you. Something that you might not see, something that you might not understand. Why is this? This person could come from you, but this person came from me. They say they love me, but they show me different. In life, sometimes people will take after people that they observe doing certain things, and it might not be the right way, but they'll follow after their teacher, the person that's closest to them. And when they follow after certain situations, it might be like touching a poisonous tree, like poison ivy. You touch it and then you touch someone else and then it spreads. It could be like that. You might not want it to be like that, but it could be like that. But you want love, but this person already has been tainted and poisoned, whereas they're going to spread that energy everywhere they go. You can't fix that. That's something that they're going to have to understand themselves. And if you think that you can fix it, you have to be willing to take what comes with that. You have to be willing to deal with the type of person that might lie to you, steal from you, disrespect you, violate you, and now they display that energy on you. Is your body and your mental willing to shake that energy? Because I'm a firm believer in energy. That's what I believe in. All that other stuff, I'm not too fond of it, because I done studied a lot of things. But I see when you have a certain kind of energy around you, it rubs off. It transfers onto you. And I see when you don't have any energy around you, how are these things going to happen? Because they don't. They only happen when the energy is around you. You can't always live by the normal life, because the normal life doesn't work for everyone. It works for some, but it doesn't work for everyone. Some people are suffering trying to live by the normal life. And you see it every day. But you might not be able to see it when they're in their place of work, or you might be able to tell when you see the attitude is off, or you might not be able to see it when they go to church, or you might be able to tell when they have a conversation with you after church. You might be able to see it when they're at the light, when they're driving and they're upset. Like, why is this person so upset? I only got in front of them, but they're ready to run you off the road because they're going through something. That's the time that they get to display that energy. You might be able to see it when you're in the store and somebody jumps in front of you all upset, like, oh, I need my food right now. I need this. I need that. Y'all taking too long. Y'all slow in here. Because they're going through something. And this is the place that they take this out on. Life has ups and downs. And we all go through them. And you just never know when you're going to go through them. We never know. When you see things are going on the right track for you, don't try to jump back on that other track thinking that things are still going to go right for you. When you see things are going wrong for you, try to get off of that track the best way you can. That's the best way to be. Get off of that track because it's not working over there. But some people try to fight through thinking that it's going to magically get better. Or if they say a prayer, that it's going to get better. You mentally playing with yourself. Because you're going to still get the same results if you keep doing the same thing. If you love yourself enough, you'll make changes. Value your time here. Our time is all short. We don't have a long journey in life. And the older you get, the faster the years go by. When you're younger, you look at life like the days are going slow. The older you get, you never say the days go slow. They go fast. That's a fact. Years go by faster than you can think. Keep the bad energy away from you, man. Value your peace. Know what brings you peace. That's major. Knowing what brings you peace is major. Because everybody doesn't know what brings them peace. People go through living their daily life not understanding what brings them peace. That's something that you have to find out as you grow in life. And if you know that it doesn't bring you peace, remove yourself. Don't do the same thing that you know that doesn't bring you peace, but you expecting a different result when you know that it doesn't bring you peace. Do what brings you peace. Having more money, having more material things doesn't bring you peace. It's a plus in life, but it doesn't bring you peace. A lot of people that's chasing material things and money don't have any peace, are miserable within themselves. But the image you might see on the outside it's like they have it all together. Trust me, I know. I've been there. I understood when I was chasing, a lot of things didn't make me happy. Yes, I was happy that I was getting to $1, but I had no peace and I didn't have happiness within. And I really think that's valued over everything. Stress will kill you just like any other disease. It'll wear down your internal insides. So if you constantly have stress going on, figure out how to redirect that. That's something you have to work on. How can I work on doing something different? Because me being stressed is not going to change the situation. But me doing something about it will. Because people will be stressed all the time and don't change the situation and wonder why they're just still stressed. They didn't make another effort to do something different. I understand though, with parents, and I'm going to say mothers, that have multiple kids, you have to deal with multiple personalities and also deal with your own. So if you already are mentally unstable, which we all are at some point, especially when we don't know ourselves. So I understand, and I say that is that I understand that it's rough for you to function when you have to deal with someone else's feelings, the way they think daily. That's a hard task. Because a lot of kids are emotional. They're learning themselves. So when you have to deal with that, I do understand that that's rough. That can be very hard on a woman. And this is why I say you have to get to know yourself before you start having children. The human nature, the human being, we have been taught to have children before we know ourselves. Everyone is excited when someone is pregnant. And the person might be real young, don't have a job, or just have a little job, don't have life together, but everyone is excited for the person's journey to stress. And they say that this is a blessing. But once the child comes, they have years and years of stress until the child may be older, and then they figure it out that, okay, this is what I need to do. But I really think that we have children too young. We force these things upon us in life that cause mental health issues. Because some people are innocent and don't understand. And when you're having sex, children can come, but they don't understand that this responsibility that you are about to acquire is going to totally change everything in your life. Your feelings are going to change. The way you do things are going to change. Your routine is going to be totally different. But these things are not paid attention to when this process starts. They only paid attention to as the process goes on, when we should think about these things before the process starts. It's nothing exciting for a person to have a child and then struggle with the situation. Why is that so celebrated? That can cause mental health trauma on anybody. To celebrate to have a child and then have the child and stress the whole time with the child. Wouldn't that break anybody down? I think so. But this is what we're taught. To rush and have children so you lead yourself into a stressful life instead of figuring out who you are first. If you figure out who you are, then you can make that decision if you want to have a child. But instead, we're figuring out who we are after we have children. Isn't that a hard thing to do? Yes. It's very hard. These are some things that I've thought about, and I understand why in some situations people go through the things they go through. As I grow and mature in my life, I understand a lot of things. And I understand it's a lot of things that I won't tolerate. These are the things that I had to learn. I understand why I have no problem with disconnecting with people, because it's for my peace. And throughout my life, I understand that I've had connections with people and it disturbed my total peace. But I still tried to maintain these connections. And I was wondering why my emotions were up and down. Why 1 minute I might feel good, 1 minute I might feel upset. 1 minute things is just on the fence. What should I do? But this is like I said, having kids before you know yourself, before you get to understand yourself. These are the things that the world is accustomed to. And I'm sure it'll never change, because it makes it feel like it's a celebration when it's really a celebration for struggle. We celebrate to struggle. We're not celebrating for joy. You're celebrating the struggle. But you mentally tell yourself that this is a joyful moment. Think about that. That's a deep thing to think about there. And I'm just giving it on real talk. Some people might not agree with me, and some people might agree. But I'm giving it real talk. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm just being real. because I have a lot of experience. And being as though that I have a lot of experience, I understand what's going on. When some people might be telling themselves the opposite of what's going on because they want to make themselves think that it's something that it isn't. This is real, man. This is real, man. Value your peace. Value your life. Value the things that you want to do. Because your life has to be important to you. No matter what no one else says, your life has to be important to you. Because if it ain't important to you, who you think really cares? This is just me keeping it real, man. And I appreciate it, man. If you share this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Channel's growing, man. I keep it 100. I might not deliver the message all the time perfectly. And I'm working on getting better at delivering my message. But I'm delivering real rap, honest stuff. And as I grow in life, I am going to continue to work on delivering my message. That's my goal. Because I know I got a hell of a message, a hell of a story from the things I've been through. I've been through a lot of things, man. And my growth is amazing. Humble with it. It's amazing. But I understand the things that disturb me, which a lot of my life I didn't understand what disturbed me. I didn't know how to remove myself. I didn't know how to see things that were in front of me, letting me know that this is not right. It took a lot of growth to understand that. But we all have the opportunity to see these things and to change things. But it's if you want to do that. Do you want to change it? Do you want something different? Or do you want to continue doing the same thing? But yeah, leave a comment, man. Let me know if you have mental health issues or if you going through anything, man. Let me know how you feel about it. Do you have family members that look down on you, that talk about you when you're going through things and you wish that they were more supportive? Do you have people that close to you that might want to use you all up? Send you into a deep depression? Share this video, man. Hit the like button, man. And subscribe, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.